G'day everybody, welcome to Zombie Bites Everything. Got some GTA 5 today. I've seen that there was a couple of things on there that can be done, so I figured, why not? I go in every day to do my spin and to, collect whatever money my businesses have made. And then I get them to do their thing and then I piss off. Excuse me. So I'm going to see how the game's going to play today, whether it's going to be nice to us or not. Which cat is that I just kicked in the face on my footstool? Oh, that feels like Mr. Scotty's little ear. So I should assume, no, that's Spud because it's sniffing my toe. She always sniffs my toe. Nothing wrong with my toes. She just sniffs my toe. She got one toe she likes to sniff and rub her mouth up against and get her tooth hooked under my toenail. Oh, looks like I'm going to need a maid soon.
Ah, madam, what can I do for you? No problemo. Right back. You need
Excuse me. I already won the car, so I don't need to spin for the car. But we'll see if we can get some chips, money, or whatever else. Let me have a look and see which cat this is. Yep, it is Spud. Must have just had her ears pinned back a little bit when I was feeling around her face to feel which cat it was.
On your shoulder? Indulge yourself at the casino store, where the latest fashions are available.
I like when I've already won the car because then I don't care what I spin up. Before I win the car, I always go, oh, I hope I get the car. Clothing. Bleh. Tiger scuba. Okay. Hey, I said exit. There we go. Okay. Oh, you're positive, are you? There you go. He ain't kicking no one's butt. He's like, I'm positive I can kick your butt. But. First things first, we'll go put the two Andys away. Send them off on their job. Mm-hmm. Did a stream yesterday. Trying to make sure I do them Monday to Friday. Give myself weekends to do other stuff. Is that because of the clothing I'm wearing? Is that why you're saying you're alright? I'm a little curious about it too. But it's Oktoberfest, so...
Sure.
Apparently I was given a whole heap of outfits and stuff like that too. I don't know. Something popped up about it beforehand. And yesterday, something popped up about masks that I unlocked. It's the other reason why I jump in every single day, because sometimes they say you can unlock certain things as long as you're playing on certain days. You know, if you're in the game, then, you know, you get congratulations because you logged in on this particular day. You earn this particular outfit, and it might only be outfits, but if all it takes is just logging in once a day, I don't mind doing that. Because I'll log in, and for most part I'll be just sitting there at the casino after doing my spin, just sitting there in the casino. And I'll just be standing around while I make a coffee or something, which I need to do in a minute. I didn't make a coffee. It's alright. Not a rush. I got my pineapple juice. I love pineapple juice. I like fruit juice in general. Except for prunes. I like plums, but I don't like prunes. Prunes. Meh. Not a fan. This place is called Morning Wood. That's funny. Morning Wood. Now, in my phone, do I have Franklin? Yes, I do.
Yo, what you need? You got
Payphone yet?
Man, this should be a wholesome ass day of work. The target is some backwards ass judge that changed the sentences for anyone who offers her a fur coat or a stack of fucking cash. She put a
Huh?
lot of
I'm not doing these necessarily to get the bonus. But if there is a way I can actually collect the golfing equipment and take out the target using a remote bomb on the 6th hole. put me in outfit. Where's the 6 hole? That's 8. Where's the 6? That's the problem. I don't know where the 6 hole is. So I've got to find it. That's 5. That's where 5 starts. There she is over there. I assume this is a 6 hole. Is it? Is it or not? No, it's that one over there. Well, thank you for being bucket clear. Don't know why they wanted me to do it like this, but hey, they're paying. All right. Would it kill her if I did it now? Do I have to actually wait for it to go near the hole? Questions. I've done this before with my male character, but I can't remember whether I waited for it to get to the hole or not. Normally when they pop up for the first time as a bonus, that's when I'll just go, meh, you know, meh. She's not going to take a swing. I'm just going to do it. Free. I feel like I really should wait. Should she be going first? The person over there is further away from the hole than she is. Oh, she's a politician judge. She's a judge. Yeah, okay. She lies and cheats. Got it. She's going to go for it. There we go. Okay, so she doesn't have to be right over the hole. That's good to know. Phrasing. $90,000. Normally you get 15,045. They didn't really double that. 45,000 is what you get. 15 plus the 30 bonus. Yeah, all right, fine. For $90,000 is for planting a bomb and blowing it up. Less than fucking 6 minutes work. Actually, it was just over 7 minutes work. But anyway, still not bad. 90 grand for 7 minutes work. Not going to get that every single time, obviously. Yeah, got all three. I woke up this morning, I was like, yeah, there's a shower. I didn't have one though. I should have. I like that. A shower can wait. I'll like that later. I'm not a real dirty person anyway, so. To the fact, to the point, it's a fart. And my kids would go, there's no smell. Didn't mind going to the toilet after me, they weren't worried about the smell. I'm not saying my shit don't stink, just saying that, you know, it's not, I'm not a very odient, off-giving person, I guess. It's not that. It's because I smoke so much. All I smell of is smoke. So my kids got used to me smelling like cigarettes. So they didn't see any other smell. They didn't smell anything else coming off me but cigarettes. That's what it was. I'm assuming. I'm not an expert. Excuse me. Let's take that off. I'm only going to do a short stream tonight, or this morning, sorry. I only woke up not long ago. I got over one thing, which was a chest infection. Kind of, it's not, I'm not having the same issues I was having the other day, the other week that put me in hospital. But that wasn't the only issue I had. One of the issues I have is, bad lungs. But that's not my only issue. I got other issues. It's just which one's more affecting me at the time. It's a nightmare when everything's affecting at once. If I'm lucky, I only have one major problem at a time. Every now and then I get all of them at once, which isn't a picnic. I won't go through all the fucking things because it's kind of boring. And I don't feel like it. But while I'm over one thing, there's always something. What? No room for you to get up there, Scotty? Ha ha. Hang on, this cat's being an idiot. What are you doing? Scotty! Hey! What are you doing? Oi! Fucking idiot. Being an idiot because he's an idiot. Oh, let me let you out. Take me 5 minutes to get to the fucking door. Yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. There you go. He was doing this thing like he was going to hack up. I was like, I don't want him hacking up on the carpet or the floor or anything like that. 2 reasons. 1, cat vomit can stain stuff. It's got like a bleaching effect. And number 2, I don't have to clean it up. Sounds pretty reasonable. Is there going to be a person come and attack me? Can I get in these doors over here? Never tried. Nope. Oh, no, we're going to have to fight. Gotcha. Fuck off. No, I'm towing your fucking car. You should have kept up with the payments, god damn it. Alright? Alright, floppy tit. Alright, floppy tit. That's what I wanted. Because that means I don't need my car. Excuse me. Yeah, see, I still got a horrible cough. Oh, I think I went the wrong way. I did. We could try and jump it. Let's try and jump it. Oh, you had to hit the side, didn't you? You dick. I mean, that worked all right. That's why they put those little cuts in the bridge so you could actually drop down if you needed to. 8 days into the new month, 22 days, and I go away on holiday with Topeka for a couple of days. Going to stay in what we consider to be a fancy hotel. It might not be considered fancy to other people, but to us it's fancy. It's costing us a few $100s a night, so that's fancy to me. You got to spend any more than $100. If you got to spend any more than nearly $200 a night for a hotel, that's fucking fancy. I don't understand. I don't know what you call it. This has been planned for the whole year, so you know. Move your ass. We've been saving up and planning for this I say we. I mean Topeka. Topeka makes sure we save up for all this sort of stuff. If it was left up to me, I'd be like, did we put any... I'd forget. Yeah, I'm not. That's why I remind people I'm not intelligent. And most people don't need reminding. They can hear me speak and they realise I'm not intelligent. But I'm not intelligent. I'm just able to remember stuff that smart people figured out. And then there are certain things my brain just totally doesn't take in. It'll take in knowledge on all sorts of things. It's like, why do I know how to fucking do... Why do I know how sex change is done? Because I've seen the information that's stuck in there. Why do I know how this is done? Because, again, I've seen the information and it's stuck in there. You know, but for some reason there are certain things that just will not stick in my brain. No matter what. No matter how many times someone tries to explain it, it's like, no, for some reason that stuff is just does not work. It doesn't stick in my brain. I don't know why. Can't figure it out. I don't have any explanation for it. Just the way it is. But anyway, just a little over 3 weeks. On the 30th, me and Topeka disappear, and then we come back on the 1st of what's the next month? November. Come back on the 1st of November. Just spending 2 days away. Not a big deal. It's not a long holiday or anything like that. Me and Topeka will probably spend most of that time locked away in a hotel, taking advantage of the hotel. Won't be doing any streams or anything like that on those 2 days, which you know what, I'm okay with. I don't care. It's fine with me. Going to be dressing up as well because it's Halloween. I won't have to worry about dealing with trick-or-treaters. Which is good. That's awesome. I don't like Halloween because of trick-or-treat. Let's just be clear on that. That is not my reason for liking Halloween. My reason for liking Halloween is because I like the idea of being able to... I like the idea of there was things you could do that were okay when you were a kid. But then as you got older, people said, you can't do that. You're not a child anymore. And then it's like, well, no, hang on. You can do that. Dressing up in costumes. I never really got to dress up in costumes as a kid. And we didn't celebrate Halloween here in Australia when I was growing up. And it's still not really taken on here in Australia. We know it's an American thing. Halloween's mainly an American thing. You talk about capitalism. Jesus Christ, if you can make money off it, they'll fucking make money off it. But yeah, I've always liked Halloween. One time a year where you're allowed to be frightened by something. I've never been frightened by anything that is Halloween related, by the way. I've never been frightened by movies except for one movie when I was really, really little. And I've since seen it, and I don't understand why I got frightened by it. Well, I do, because I was probably half asleep and walked past a shocking scene that was shocking for me when I was half asleep. Okay, it's doing an auto save. Should be ready now. But I never really got scared of. I never got scared of horror movies or anything like that. I always found them fun and interesting. So you know, I got scared over real life. Real life stuff happened. That scared the shit out of me. I had real villains in my life that were more scary than some of the stuff that has come out in horror movies. Because the stuff that come out in horror movies isn't real. That's why the real stuff is more scary. But the idea that I'm a big kid at heart, but the idea that you can only dress up and in costumes and you know, only if it's, you know, when you're a child it's acceptable, when you're an adult it's not. Like, I don't go trick-or-treating. Just want to point that out. Me and Topeka, we might dress up, but we don't go trick-or-treating. We just do it for ourselves and to mess with other people. I got a couple of horror pranks all planned for the hotel, because we got a balcony that's overlooking the street where there's some nightclubs and that, and the people from the nightclubs will be walking past, and our balcony will be a couple of stories up, but it's high enough to where no one can do anything to us. But we can still put like a little show on, little pranky show. It'll be funny, trust me. I might not be able to videotape it and show it to everybody. I might not be able to get everybody's reactions and shit like that. But it'll be funny. Or I'll get arrested. One of the two. Either one's funny for me. And probably funny for other people. If I pull off the prank and everyone gets scared and shit like that, and then they realise it's a prank and everyone be afterwards go, ha ha, that was funny. But if I get arrested, I'm sure people will find that funny too. Man, I hate when they give me these ones. We want you to go get a vehicle from the winding hills. Okay. G'day, Vinny. How you going, mate? Hope you're doing well. So, yeah, I won't have to deal with trick-or-treaters because the last couple of years we've been getting trick-or-treaters coming around. And while I love Halloween, that's not part of the Halloween that I like. Nah, I don't want to give fucking lollies. Why is it any stranger offers lollies to a kid any other year, any other day of the year, and they're a fucking weirdo pedo? But you can actually have lollies for kids sitting at your house and they'll come to you. The kids come to you. And it's like, well, that just seems wrong. So I don't like kids turning up to me house for lollies because it's like, no, it sets a bad example. It's bad. You can't tell them 365 days a year, don't go to a person that's offering lollies, and then on one day of the year go knock on the door and ask for lollies. That's mixed signals. You give raisin bread so they don't come back. I might have to try that. Why don't you go out? Why don't you go all out, Vinny, and just get some onions and some toffee and make some toffee apples, but inside instead of an apple, it's an onion. Kid gets excited. A big fucking toffee apple. Yeah, they bite into it. Fucking onion. You're a prick. See, that's funny. Now, I suppose that'll probably get eggs thrown at your house. Get those little small onions. Just oh man, they put my car all the way down there? That's not nice. Oh, it's not too far away. Onions are cheaper than raisin bread. Probably are. See, I don't mind raisin bread. So I would have been all right. I would have been going, this guy gives the nicest raisin bread out. You'd have to make it stale and mouldy for me not to come around. G'day, Jacob. How you going, mate? Jacob's doing fine. He's still drying off his dick from the lady friends he's got. Jake, the sexy bodybuilder. Where? That Jake? Nah, can't use his filters, mate. Uses filters. You not know that? Yeah, he uses filters, man. He uses that bodybuilder filter. Oh, hear that, Vinny? He hasn't fucked in like 3 days. Oh, poor him. Poor him. And and you're still drying your dick off. Jesus Christ, how wet was she? You look like a hot Asian girl from China. Look like a hot Asian girl from China showing off his fine china. Fine china, English slang for vagina. Fine china. Because you only bring it out for special occasions. I don't know. Oh, I left my truck running. Battery's going to go flat. Oh no, it's still running, so it's okay. I don't know when or how to use platypus in a joke with you guys. Crazy animal. Here's a way of using the platypus in a joke. It's a mammal that lays eggs and produces milk. That's God's way of saying, fuck you, Charles Darwin. There you go. That's not my joke. Stole that from Robin Williams, the late great. The male platypus also has a poisonous spur on his back legs that he can fuck you up with. No, he's a mammal that's poisonous. Or venomous, I should say. He's venomous, not poisonous. The difference is, poison is something you ingest. Venomous is something that's injected into you. So it's got a venomous spur on it that can administer venom. It's a mammal. It lays eggs. It's got like 3 different fucking animals mashed into it. And if you run over a duck and a cat, if a cat was piggybacking a duck and you ran it over, you'd call it a duck-billed platypus. Either way, you can't eat Vindaloo. I know that's why you're asking. Oh, you could eat a platypus. Yeah, of course you can. Is it a duck or a beaver? I'd say it's more like a beaver. But it uses its... Because they make a den. Like a beaver. That's why I'd say they're more like a beaver. But they do shovel their face around in the mud to get like crabs and crustaceans like fucking yabbies and marron and all that sort of stuff. They do get shoveled around like a duck does in the sand in the underwater. So, no. Your guess is as good as mine. Dude, we've had Australia for like 200 plus years and we still don't fucking know what it does. We're still sitting here scratching our heads going, That's how I rule North Korea. G'day, Jimmy. How you going, mate? Vinny prefers Labradors. Don't you think you'd go for a Labradoodle? The hair's easier to work with. What's she talking about? Are you saying because Vinny... Oh, I know why you're saying it. Jacob. Go sit in the corner for your rude comment, Jacob. That's a smack. That's imitating me smacking on the butt. I'm not applauding his comment. I'm smacking him on the bum. I think it's working. It's all coming up in order. Oh, I see what you did there, Vinny. That's a good one. It's out of order. Well, if he's going to fucking mock you like that, Vinny, if Jake is going to mock you like that, I'm just going to make you a mod, just in case he gets a smart ass idea to time you out or something. Because he could have timed you out just for a joke. So I'm gonna make you a mod before he gets that smart ass idea. Hey, I'll look after you, Vinny. Don't worry, I got you. And I, yeah, I know. I also, the people talk about eating cat and dog and all that sort of shit, and I just think to myself, if there's a restaurant selling cat and dog, I mean, if there's no line, I mean, if I don't have to wait, I mean, I mean, some of these restaurants that serve beef, you just got to fucking wait hours to get in. But I mean, if there's no line and they're selling cat and dog and there's no line, I'll eat it. There's a lot of people talking about these. There was this stupid rumor going around that Haitians were coming over into America and eating all the fucking cats and dogs. I thought to myself, if someone come to another country and started eating all the rats and the mice and the pigeons and shit like that, no one would give a fuck. No one would give a shit. No one would give a shit at all. Everybody like, good. No one cares. Someone's eating all the cockroaches. Okay. No one cares. Hey, cat and dog. Come to Australia. There's cat and dogs that run wild here in Australia. You want to eat them? Go for it. No one gives a shit. There's fucking plenty of wild ones running around. Hey, don't blame me for Vinny. Blame his parents. One of his parents said, let's fuck. And the other one said, all right. And then Vinny come along. So don't blame me. No. I'm West Coast, mate. I'm Western Australia. There is nearly 5,000 kilometres difference between me and, I think it's 4,900 or whatever, between me and Jacob, at least. Whatever that is in miles, I don't know. But, yeah, no, there's a big distance. I think it's like a quarter of the circumference of the Earth or some shit. I'm not from the city of Perth, but 'cause that's our capital in WA, in Western Australia. I'm not like from there itself, but I am from that state. That's the capital of my state. Well, I've lived all over Australia, except for Top End, Northern Territory, and Queensland. Then the only place, and Tasmania. I've never been there. Then the only places I've never been. I've lived all over Australia. I grew up all over Australia. Let me ask you this question, Jacob. You like a lady with a nice tight hole? Decent big tits? Eh? Jacob likes a woman with a nice tight hole and big tits? That's because Jacob's got a little dick and a big mouth. So I only got 30,000 for that one because I decided not to. Because I decided not to go for the bonus. The Sarlacc pit with teeth and shit like that. I can't tell if that's someone here or not. Let me have a look. Where are you, cat? Is there someone here?
Yeah.
Oh, do you need me to open the door?
No, I got it.
Okay. I like 'em looking like that pit from Star Wars. Whatever, Jake. You know you rock. I don't TikTok either, arsehole. That's what I'm saying. I threw some of my YouTube videos on there to get attention here, and it didn't even work. No, because TikTok's full of fucking children and pedos. That's why it didn't work. People looked at your face and went, "Oh, he's not a child," and they fucking left you. And the children looked at your face and went, "Oh, creepy old man," and they left you. So you got no love from TikTok.
Throwing a party at your penthouse? Speak with guest services and the evidence from last night's debauchery will be cleaned right away.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop, I reckon. On no, TikTok's good, I guess, if you're waiting for me to finish that. No, I got nothing. I got nothing to finish that. TikTok is good if. Nah, I'll stump. No, I can't think of a no. Nah, I don't know. I mean, I don't use TikTok, so I wouldn't have a clue. What is that? A Nokia from the 80s, zombie? What? What, that sound you heard in the background? Jimmy says Diddy loves you. Oh, I forgot to get my daily bonus. I might as well grab that. they making Nokia mobile phones in the 80s?
You're gonna need to back up.
Yeah, Diddy loves you, Jacob. I'm not a Diddy doer. I'm a Diddy doer son. I'm only Diddy doing it till the Diddy doer comes. Try saying that 6 times fast. Eh?
You can't even say it once.
Yeah, I struggled to say it once. Ooh, roulette.
Glad you've joined us, ma'am.
I bet you are glad that I joined because that means I'm going to spend some monies.
Your bets, please.
There we go. Pull my chips down in front of me. Then we go and spend any more. Diddy meets Dabbler.
Okay, bets are closed. Let's begin.
Your ass and his Willie was the hardest collab in 2024. I heard you were open to his ideas. That's what Topeka told me. Topeka told me that she heard that Jacob was open to all of Diddy's ideas.
Go again.
So, you know, I just assumed that all went well for you. Am I wrong? I'm sorry. Thank you, Ray Gunn. We're going to be known as the shittiest breakdancers in the world because of you, you fucking useless cunt. And your husband who helped you get on the fucking Olympic team, ignoring actual real fucking breakdancers that could actually breakdance. We actually have better breakdancers than that fucking silly fucking no-neck cunt.
Oh, it's not very really good.
I thought her performance was really shit. Topeka just said, tell me how you really feel. That ray gun was just...
You don't take that till tonight.
Huh?
You take this tonight. Everything's expensive today.
He has a whole heap of drink reviews. I'm unsubbing. Well, I mean, I've seen his Yoo-Hoo one. I haven't been getting any notifications for any of his stuff except for the Yoo-Hoo one. That was the only one I got an actual notification for. I haven't gotten a notification for Jay in a couple of days. Is Jay still alive? Has anybody checked to see if Jay's still alive? Someone find out where he lives, go over there, move his sheets out the way, poke him in the bum, see if he griggles. If he grizzles, because you poke him in the bum, then we know he's alive. But if he doesn't, rest in peace, Jay. If I don't hear from Jay in the next 2 days, I'm just going to assume he's dead and just, play Yesterday by Boys to Men. How can I say goodbye to yesterday? Not because he's black. I think he's known me better than that. But because he's black and dead, then that's why that song's appropriate. Jay understands. He'd understand. He'd get it. He'll bounce back. I know him. He might be dead. He probably dead. Or he got ran over by another crazy bitch, and this time she finished the job. He has a habit of finding women that want to kill him. I don't know if that's a personality trait that's a flaw with fucking Jay, or if he's got a bad trait of picking women. Jay is just a bit down and out like me. Haven't had the inspiration to film anything since that one. Oh, okay.
Sure.
Y'all right?
It's easy to get down and depressed and all that sort of stuff. Uninspired and all that sort of stuff. That's easy. That happens. As a man who was constipated once says, this too shall pass. Get it? Number 2, this too shall pass. Anyway. I thought that was a good poo humour joke. But judging by the laughs I didn't hear, I'm going to assume I'm going to go back to the drawing board with that one. No, it's like that with Jay. I mean, there was moments when I'd hear from Jay and then I didn't hear from Jay at all for a little bit, and then all of a sudden he popped back up again, so... Each to their own. I'm not going to be drinking. Inspiration and not being depressed, it's like it's very hard to find reasons to be inspired or reasons to not be depressed. Something happening in your world, it's the biggest thing happening in your world. It's easy to say to yourself, oh yeah, you could have been born as a girl in the Middle East and blah 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 blah. Check out my beard. It's easy to be able to say these sorts of things, but then there's moments when you just say to yourself that I couldn't give a shit about the biggest problems in the world at the moment. They're not the problems I have to deal with. This is a problem I have to deal with right now, and it's really affecting me. Whatever reason, whatever problem. Doesn't matter whether someone thinks it's a small problem. Someone could tell me what their problems are, and I could think to myself, fuck, that's not a problem. I wish I had that problem. That sounds easy to deal with. I could deal with that with my eyes shut. What's the problem? Driving. I'll do it with my eyes shut. So I got no advice. That's what I'm getting at. I got no advice at all. If someone was to say, hey, give me your advice on what I should do to better my life. Well, I got no advice. What is better for one person might not necessarily be better to someone else. You got lady troubles? Alright. Well, my advice is Normally I'd say I got no advice, but, you know, I got no advice that's a blanket advice that affects that everybody can take and go, okay, I can use that. I don't have a blanket advice. I have advice that'll be custom to the person, but I need to know what the actual issues are that the person has. And then I could build a bit of advice. Doesn't mean it works. I mean, all these sorts of things, they're not guaranteed to work. One G, 2G. I mean, I myself am come across as a relatively positive, happy, chatty individual. But I am not. I am not. Yeah, for the most part, I'm happy. But I get reminded very quickly that happiness is just a feeling. It's not a lifestyle. It's an emotion. It's not really, you know. It's fleeting. It can disappear very quickly, even if you don't want it to. Happiness can disappear. I'm very aware of that, which sucks. You know, there is something to the phrase ignorance is bliss. If I was more ignorant about things, I'd probably be happier. But because I'm not ignorant about certain things and I'm aware of certain things, it makes me less happy. So knowledge, they say knowledge is power. Yes, knowledge is power until you learn about everything and you realise, fuck, this is the depressing fucking world we live in. It sucks. Got to try and make yourself look happy. Why? Because those people around you require you to look happy. Why? Because they're miserable too. And if you don't look happy, they're going to be even less happier. So you have to pretend to be happy so the people around you go, oh, he's happy, so let's pretend to be happy. And everyone starts pretending to be happy, and you realise you're surrounded by a bunch of fucking fakes. Something like that. See, that is not the advice I would have gave. That's not the advice. See, that advice there is my advice is give up everything that makes you content. Stop the comfort like junk food and your phone. Like, hey, now I don't have a mobile phone at all. But the idea of a mobile phone is the same as having, it doesn't matter that I don't have a mobile phone. I have iPads. I have internet. I have PlayStation. So I still can communicate just like I'm on a mobile phone. I just don't have a mobile phone. Now, I find that a good thing. That's a good thing. And it depends. It really depends. What's good for one person might not be good for another. That's why I can't give any advice. That's why I don't got no advice for anyone. Because what might be good for me might not necessarily be good for other people. I am the way I am because I have a good support group. I have my wife. She puts up with me and she loves me. Not everybody has that. And when some people do have that, they either don't recognise it or they ignore it, or it's not fulfilling enough. But I don't need anything more than that. I don't require too much more than that. Every single one of us that's on YouTube has issues, I reckon. Yeah, I reckon nearly every single one of us has some kind of mental illness or something. There's something wrong with us, for sure. But, no advice. That's couldn't. I mean, I could give advice, but it's not necessarily useful. Practicing discipline. Yeah. No, I mean, that's what some people think. Some people think that, discipline, you know, join the military and learn discipline. What? Well, I was depressed, so I joined the military to learn discipline, and now I'm happy. No, you're not. You're just a depressed person that now has access to firearms. You're fooling yourself. There is perfectly good reasons to feel depressed and to feel stressed and anxious and all that sort of stuff and fearful and all that, Homo sapiens didn't survive just because fucking they got rid of that shit. They survived because they dealt with that shit, because they knew that shit existed. Not every single person that ran up a fucking hill was charged a fucking hill with their guns, in a war. Not every single one of them was not scared. And every single one of them had fear. Depressed at the fact that they just got sent to another foreign country. They might not get to go home and see their family. That's depressing to think about. Depressing to think that your family member, your wife or your husband might be getting it on in another country, or getting it on back at home while they're supposed to be waiting for you to get back. That's depressing. And you've been given a firearm. Oh, that's fucking awesome. I feel like those sorts of situations are fucking, kind of bred that way as well. These guys don't feel like they want to march up that hill. Well, you tell them that if they don't march up that hill and kill the enemy, then the enemy wins. How's the enemy win if they don't do that? Well, tell them the longer they stand on this beach without marching and taking that hill, more time the fucking local guy gets to fuck their wife. And not just fuck them, but gorilla stuff them into the corner of the room and just go, You tell a fucking guy that with a gun, he's going to go, I'll kill everyone! Sooner we get this war over, the sooner we go home. G'day, Slim. How you going, mate? Hope everything come out okay. Not sure what you mean by that, but okay. Yeah, everything's alright here. Hey, Jacob, the smartest blonde in the world is a Labrador. Just saying. Actually, the poodle is supposed to be the smartest dog. I never said the Labrador is the smartest dog. I said the Labrador is the smartest blonde. I was making a dumb blonde joke. You charge him full price? He gave me a discount. I guess he likes me more than he likes you, Jacob. Ha ha. I'd say the wolf is the smartest dog. The wolf is smarter than the poodle. The wolf is smarter than all the dogs together. Yeah, fair enough. The only reason why I say the wolf is smarter is because the wolves we have right now are smart enough to stay away from humans and not get domesticated and fucking bred into retarded looking dogs like poodles. Poodles are, well, I don't know about their intelligence really. I just thought I'd make a funny joke about poodles being stupid looking. Here we go. If poodles were so fucking smart, why do they let their owners shave them the way they do? Why hasn't a poodle just attacked its owner and said, this is why I'm fucking cold. Why do you shave my fur and then put a coat on me, you fucking retard? I've already got a fucking full body of fur, and then you fucking shave it off me, and then you put booties on me and a coat on me. What the fuck is wrong with you? Chomp, chomp, chomp. But no, the poodle doesn't do that. I think that might be because the poodle's actually an idiot. Maybe. I don't know. It's funny for a joke. I was supposed to get the cleaning lady in last time, but I didn't. Okie dokie. Hey, I got $11 million. Huh. Didn't even know. Yeah, almost $7 million in cash. Virtual insanity. Bacon shake. Okay. Blueies and kelpies. Yeah, blue heelers are pretty smart. You want a smart dog? Go blue heeler. Any dog that can look after your kids, round your kids up and bring them back home, that's a smart dog. Have a good one, player. I don't think player really. I don't really think player actually is the right word to describe me. I've been with the same woman for 30 years. So, I don't know. Not if I'm to understand the context of what player means. I don't know. I mean video game, yeah, cool. Where's your TikTok zombie? No, like I said, I don't have TikTok. I'm not a 12-year-old girl or a pedophile, so I don't need it. Same woman for 30 years too. Awesome, man. Our anniversary is Halloween, 31st October. That's when we got married. Had a Halloween-style wedding as well. He's a boss multitasking all kinds of stuff right now. No, I mean, we're both women for 30 years. I've been the same woman for 30 years. Oh, same woman for 30 years. No, I've been with the same woman for 30 years. That's what I said. I don't know what you were talking about. You've been a woman for 30 years? Congratulations. I'm even more impressed now with your skating thingies. I was worried every now and then when you kind of look like you were about to do the splits that you might break your ball sack, but if you're a woman, then you've already got a split there. So no harm, no foul. G'day, criminal mate. How you going? Hope you're doing well, mate. Afternoon? Oh, yeah, it is afternoon for you. Oh, it's fucking afternoon for me, too. Never mind. I had butter chicken pizza last night for the first time. Not a fan. Clearing some side missions on Saints. Oh, I got to get back into that. Oh, it was just normal chicken pizza, right? And it just had a butter chicken sauce that was squeezed over it, and it had red onion. And like I said to Topeka, I said, this pizza here. And she's like, yeah. I said, it's turned me off red onion for the rest of my life. She's like, oh. I was like, yeah. I love red onion. Red onion's one of my favourites. Well, shit. Thought I was going to drift that corner nicely, but no. Crunch. I knew that was going to be crunchy. Yeah, I'm only doing a... Yeah. I'm only going to be doing a short stream. Not going to be streaming for too long today. Like the other day where I did nearly 8.5 hours. I hadn't streamed properly in a while, so I had to get it out of my system. Got 2 minutes to kill. I still ate all the pizza though. Now, actually I left 2 pieces because they were full of red onion and I really couldn't be fucked picking it out. So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to eat that. Very rarely do I leave pizza behind. It's not something I do. Normally I go, pizza, I'll fucking eat it. Jacob said he's going to the gym. I don't know who Jim is, but Jacob said he hasn't had sex in 3 days, so Jim better look out. It's not you, is it, Jimmy? He's not going to see you. Please tell me, Jimmy, you're the giver, not the receiver. I will lose a whole heap of respect, mate, if you're the fucking if you're the receiver. Who's Jimmy? He's been in the chat there. Or City Jimmy Flash. Oh, what is that? That's a race? I'll try that. I haven't seen that one yet. Oh, there's a few in here that are double. He's the one that said Bluey Kelpie. No, it was a joke. It was a joke that, you know, Jake's is going to meet up with Jimmy. You know, but Jimmy's going to be the giver, not the receiver. So the joke was actually on Jacob's butthole. It sounded like it was going to be a joke on Jimmy, the person, but then the joke got switched and it turned out being a joke on Jacob's butthole. So it was a joke. They had it showing fucking RVs a minute ago. What am I going to turn into an RV either way? Like a transforming one. put me on the edge like that. Not even in the centre. I guess it's supposed to be some type of apocalyptic world. I ran out of Oz animals. What are some other wild ones that I didn't mention before? Well, you got the obvious ones, the platypus, the wombat, the koala, the kangaroo, the wallaby. They're the most normal. Then you got possums. You know, we have possums. Not those ugly fuckers you got in America. No, we got cute little possums you actually want to touch. Sugar gliders and stuff like that. Hey. I should have put that up more laps if I had known it was only going to be so short. Lizards, snakes, got big lizards. We got some lizards, right? When I was younger, I was told when these lizards start running towards you, drop to the ground and make yourself flat. Because if you're the only tall thing standing out, they're going to run up you like you're a tree. And they got big claws and they dig those fuckers in when they run. And they'll rip you up. And they will rip you up. I've seen them rip people up. Certain way to hold them too so they don't rip you up. Black swans. We're the only country that has black swans. Anytime you see a black swan in a movie or a TV show, know that comes from Australia. It might have been bred and he might have been born and bred in America or wherever the country that's filming might have it, but they're an Australian animal. I don't know about if those sugar gliders are only in Oz, but we have them here. You know the budgie, the humble budgie? They're native to Australia. Just a normal budgie. Budgigala. A bird that goes in a cage. Most people have them as a pet. You know, a little budgie. They're native to Australia. Now, technically, kangaroos aren't only in Australia. They're all over the world now because people have bred them all over the world and taken them all over the world. But naturally, finding them in the wild, yeah, it's Australia. You can find sugar gliders in the wild too. So whether they're native here, I'm not too sure on that one. Monitor lizards. Saltwater crocodiles. There you go, Vinny. Look up saltwater crocodile drags shark onto beach to eat. Yeah. A fucking saltwater crocodile grabs a shark and drags it onto the beach and goes, I'm eating you. Turns out, you don't need any special type of equipment when you're going in water where there's sharks. You just need a skin suit, a wetsuit made out of crocodile skin. You'd be right. It looks so funny when he writes Oz, O-Z, because it just reminds me of that prison TV show, Oz, or The Wizard of Oz. We got crocs and sharks. They're in different regions, so yeah. Well, do you have saltwater crocodiles? crocodiles that swim in the beach, at the beach, to where you have to worry about not only sharks in the water, you got to worry about crocodiles in the water too. You go to the beach. Oh, we got a jellyfish. We got a jellyfish that hangs around Australia. That's about the size of a match head, and it will paralyse you and put you in pain. It'll put you in so much pain you'll wish for someone to have a gun to kill you. You'll wish for it. Oh, we got the blue ring octopus. That'll fuck you up. Blue ring octopus, no bigger than the palm of your hand, and it can kill you. Oh yeah. Oh, the blue ring octopus. Let me tell you about the blue ring octopus, Vinny. You're gonna love this. The blue ring octopus will give you such a venomous bite that it'll paralyze you and make your heart go into cardiac arrest. So you're basically having a heart attack. And if you're lucky and you're in the water with a friend, and if your friend can keep your head above water while giving you chest compressions in the water, you may survive. If you get that treatment, and you get that treatment for like 8 hours or 16 hours, I think it is, then you have a good chance of surviving. You don't have to die from a blue ring octopus bite anymore. You can survive. But it's chest compressions, and you're fucked. You're out swimming, and you fucking touch one, and it gets all pissed off, and it bites you. You're fucked. I used to go to school, right, on the weekends, or, you know, sometimes during the school day, because I'd wagging school, skipping a day, playing hooky. If you wag a day, I'd go down to the beach in my local area. I was living in Rockingham at the time. And there was a sandbar you could walk across, and that would take you to a place called Penguin Island. An island full of penguins. Yes, we have penguins in Australia. They come here because it's nice and sunny. They don't like the cold all the time. They're like, it's cold out there. It's cold being a penguin. They hate it. But no, we got penguins too. An island full of them. That's not the only island we got of them too. There's heaps of them. You want to meet someone boxing a kangaroo that I know? It's illegal. It's illegal to go boxing kangaroos. It wasn't back. Once upon a time it wasn't. But it's illegal now. Actually, there were zoos around the world that it was, once upon a time, you could get in if you brought a cat or a dog, like a puppy or a kitten, so the lions could eat it. Throw it in there for the lions to eat. Oh, you what? You don't want to... You want to meet someone who's boxing a kangaroo, but you don't want to box a kangaroo yourself, do you? I mean, you come to Australia, I'll take you to some places where you can punch on with a kangaroo if you want. No one that's actually stood next to a kangaroo has ever been stupid enough to actually say, yeah, I'll take it on. Yeah, you would. You definitely would. I have no doubt in my mind that that would happen. First thing he's going to do is the kangaroo is going to lean back on his tail, and then he's going to spring forward and just boot you right in the chest. And if he hasn't collapsed your fucking rib cage and made you just go, you might get to stand up again. Plenty of people have encounters with kangaroos and live. They're not all that bad. There are certain, look, as you're probably well aware, there are certain times of the year that every animal should be feared because it's a mating season. So you don't want to get in between that. So, you know. This isn't new. How do kangaroos get so buff? Born that way, I guess. They don't like MTV. They got extracurricular or hobbies that they do that help them gain extra muscle mass. I don't know. I think it's just a style of animal. There was rumours that kangaroos used to be like 16 feet tall and fucking, you know, big monster fucking things and shit like that. There's no real evidence to support that. It's more rumour and theory than anything. A lot of people go, it has to be true because there's cave paintings of it. No. I'll draw you a picture of a fucking alien and tell you they exist because I drew a picture of it. That doesn't count. That's not science. So, you know, people like to believe because there was pictures in caves thousands of years old, then that must have been the way it was. But most of us know that sometimes if you want to draw something in detail, you've got to draw it large. If you're trying to draw detail. And not trying to be mean or anything, but I don't trust that as science. A drawing in a cave, that's not science to me. Now, the only thing I will accept is the fact of, well, there was these kangaroo things were around when the people that actually did the cave paintings. I'll accept that. Whether they were 16 feet tall. And they're 16 feet tall because the people who studied the caves went, well, they've drawn the human this size and they've drawn the kangaroo this size. So the kangaroo must have been like 16 feet tall because the average Aboriginal is this high. Really? Who said that the Aboriginal that was telling the story, painting the story, was an adult? They could have been a child, and that's why they were drawing themselves small. And they could have been a child and drawing the kangaroo big because that's how children draw things. Look at they draw humans. They draw them with long legs, long arms, short stomachs. Because when they look up to us, that's the perception they got. That's the false perspectives they got. So, yeah. G'day, Ray. How you going, mate? Hope you're doing well. Okay, the ones that look like Arnie are males. They're boomers. All right. So you got normal kangaroos, your females, and then you got your males, then you got your babies. So when you got your babies, you get little pinkies. All right. These little pinkies are no bigger than your thumb, and they're pink, hence the name Pinky. And I don't know if that's a technical name. That's just what we call them. And then you got your females. I can't remember what the female name of a kangaroo is. Then you got your male kangaroo, which is a boomer. And the big boomers are big for a reason because they'll fight. They fight with each other to get the woman, to get the female. So, yeah, they are aggressive as fuck in that. Whoop. Imagine if this was the road. They're aggressive as fuck, but that's because it's mating season, so they always get like that. Then you got joeys. Joeys are small. Joeys are just small baby kangaroos. Now, most people, most of the parks, the national parks and all that, where they have kangaroos, they only stock the female kangaroos and the joeys. They don't put the men kangaroos, the male kangaroos in there because it's too much of a hassle. I'm not saying there's no male kangaroos, but normally the male kangaroos will get, you know, released or turned into burgers. I can open it up on the coast road here. No car. See how this car goes. I got this car given to me free by the GTA Plus, I think it was. Oh yeah, we eat kangaroo here. We eat emu. Good meat, a bit rich. Okay, so when you're cooking kangaroo, think venison, think deer. It's not. I'm not saying taste. I mean you treat it like it. It's the same. You know, too much deer is a bit rich for you. Too much kangaroo is a bit rich. It's just protein basically. It's pure protein. It's just muscle. That's all they are. It's just muscle. You never find a fat kangaroo. I knew a family, my mum's boyfriend, when I was growing up, his family, they had a kangaroo in their backyard. Yeah, if you were to say, do Australians have kangaroos as pets? Most of us would say no, but I actually knew people that actually had them as pets. And I had one as well as a pet. I had a joey as a pet for a little bit. Most of us will have it as a pet. Alright, so here's what happens. You're driving along the road in Australia and you see a kangaroo on the side of the road. Most of us will stop, get out and check the pouch to see if there's any babies inside. If there's a joey inside, we'll take it, look after it. If there's pinkies inside, we'll take them and look after it. Or take them to the vet so then they can be looked after. Because there are some kangaroos that are quite happy to be surrogates. So they find homes for them or they get euthanized, whatever. But we check the pouches to see if there's any babies inside because they'll stay there. They're stupid. They'll stay there. The joey won't go off and go, well, I'll go look for food on my own. No, he still needs his mum. Right? Now, how's this for a mother? The female kangaroo is the most vicious bitch and at the same time elegant. It's weird. So if you were chasing it like a vicious animal chasing a fucking female kangaroo and she needed to escape you, she will pull her joey out of her pouch and throw it on the ground and say, eat that, as she runs away. However, because she's a mammal, she has nipples, and her nipples give milk to the babies. And she can have a pinky and a joey in her pouch, and both of them have different dietary needs. And no matter which nipple the joey gets, the right milk will come out of it. And if the pinky starts sucking on the other one, the kangaroo's body knows that's a pinky, it needs a different type of milk, and will switch the milk that it's given. How insane is that? That is crazy. That'd be like having a woman who, when you suck on her titties, you get a different type of alcohol. You get a different type of drink. You get Jim Beam out of one nipple and Coke out of the other. That'd be awesome. And a lot of heterosexual men would become alcoholics. But hey, you can't have it all. Sometimes you got to take some bad with the good. Oh no, kangaroo's not really chewy, or at least I've never had it cooked to where it's really chewy. No, you cook it just right, it's fine. And actually, you know how Jacob calls you Vindaloo? I've used kangaroo meat in Vindaloo and called it Vindaroo. I thought I came up with a really cool name for it too. I was like, guess what I called it? Guess what I called it? I'm using kangaroo. Guess what I'm calling it? And everyone's like, Vindaroo? I was like, yeah. So I thought I was clever coming up with a new name, but everybody else thought, yeah, no, Vindaroo, that sounds like it should be. So yeah, Vindaroo. Yeah, from now on, every time he calls you Vindaloo, I'm just going to call you Vindaroo, honorary Australian. Kookaburras, magpies, cockatoos. I mean, I don't know if cockatoos are native to Australia. The ones we have here are native here. I don't know if there's anywhere else that have the same type of cockatoos. Take it as a new name, Vindaroo. Yeah, kangaroo's good meat. It goes with anything. It's got a really good flavour to it as well. It's not... Have it as a steak, have it minced up and made into patties, have it chopped up, diced and put into like a Vindaroo, or any type of curry really. If that's not your fancy, you can use it on shish kebabs. You can roast it, kangaroo tail stew. Yeah, there's lots of good things you can do with it. You just treat it like deer or fucking... I just treat it like sheep or lamb, you know? Or cow. Just treat it like that. I don't treat it any different. Not really anything you really need to do with it. Same with emu. Emu's okay. I like emu. Emu's good. I like emu sausages. Like when it's been minced up and put into the sausage. That's always good. How much we made? We made a fair bit of money today. Oh, let's just put that money away. Break that 7 million in the bank. Mostly eat beef. Yeah, I mean we eat a lot of beef here in Australia, but yeah, you guys eat a lot of it. You heard the old rumours about John Wayne, right? Had so many pounds of undigested fucking red meat in his ass or some shit. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true at all. 30-something hours, everything's been digested into the bowels, and then it takes its time, but it eventually all comes out. If you got that much in your fucking colon stopping you, you know, blocking you up, then you're not shitting. If you're not shitting, you're dead. Yeah. Might not be true for John Wayne, but it's true for the rest of us. Yeah, probably. Except for those vegans. Vegans. I mean, not all vegans are bad. I like vegetarians more than I like vegans. Vegetarians don't always fucking bash you over the fucking head with their belief of, you know, you shouldn't eat meat and all that sort of stuff. Vegans are the worst when it comes to that. I've never been criticised for what I eat by a vegetarian. I've only ever been criticised what I eat by vegans. Have to go deliver this car. Vegans are actually extremely rare. Well, I suppose. I wouldn't know. I don't go looking for them. You know what I mean? I don't know. I've seen them out in public though, with their little signs. Fur is murder, meat is murder. It's like, oi, no it's not. Most vegans couldn't even be a survivalist. It's true. Most vegans couldn't survive in the wild. Put them in the wild, they wouldn't be able to survive, most of them. They would end up having to resort to eating meat. That's probably more likely that he pigged out and he fucking died and he just didn't digest it. Hadn't had it all digested properly. But it's not like any of us has done a shit before and looked at it and went, wow, there's a chunk of steak in there. If I rinse that off, it looks like a chunk of... No one's ever done that. There's no way a fucking shit is there's no way there's a block of meat in your bowels that hasn't been digested properly. There's just no way. Your body's smart enough to go, no, I'm still getting nutrients from that. Don't pass that yet. And people go, yeah, what about corn then? Hey, smart ass? No, that's a corn husk. You got no fucking nutrients from that. Your body goes, don't need that. Shit that out like you shit out a penny. And your fucking corn husk gets full of shit. So don't eat that corn a second time. It's got turd in it. No? So, I mean, I'm no biologist. I'm no doctor. I'm not a gynecologist. But I'll look into it for you. The worst thing about being a gynecologist is you stuck up cunts. Corn number 2. Yeah, like I said, vegetarians are better than vegans. They don't have that moral, they're not trying to change you. Vegetarians aren't trying to change you. They're just doing something that's their choice and a healthier choice for themselves. They're not trying to change you. Vegans are the ones that try to change people. They're the ones that get in your face. Or at least that's been my experience. Most horrifying job, I'll think of it this way. Think of it this way, Vinny. Once you learn to become a gynecologist, and I guess it's horrifying because you get to see what a pussy can look like through all its ages. Oh, it looks all fine here. 18-year-old pussy. That looks fine. This vagina looks fine. 80-year-old vagina. What the fuck is that? It looks like a rabbit, but someone's cut its throat. Guts is hanging out. Okay, so there is a good thing about being a gynecologist. Can you imagine impressing your friends when they walk into your home and you go, what do you reckon of the new hallway? And they go, wow, this is awesome. Did you decorate this yourself? And you go, yep, through the mail slot. You decorate the whole entire hallway of your home through the mail slot of your door. That's impressive. Looks like corn is growing. Well, yeah, there you go. See, right there. Jimmy's a vegetarian, but he's not a vegan. He don't preach it. You can have a conversation with him about meat, and he's not going to sit there and go, "Oh, yuck! You're disgusting. How could you eat another animal?" You know, he's just like Jimmy's just like, "Oh, that's cool. That's your life. It's not my life, but that's your life." He doesn't even bother telling you that's not his life. He'll join in the conversation with you and go, "Oh, okay. Did you enjoy it? Yeah. Oh, cool. Well, as long as you enjoyed it, you know, he's not going to get up in your face about it." That's why we like Jimmy. And that's why I hate the kid Sammy from school, because Sammy was a vegan and Sammy used to get in everybody's face. And Sammy, if you're listening, I don't think you are, but if you are listening, I'm going to tell you the same thing I said to you back there in grade 6, mate. Fuck you, fuck your mum, fuck your dad, and I fucked your sister. I didn't fuck your sister, but it used to make him mad. We have throwing a football in a hallway in America. Yeah, we throw a football here too. You know, well, we don't do it in a hallway. We do it outdoors because we don't want to get beaten by our mothers for throwing shit inside the house. So either you have very laxed parents, or you don't give a shit about what your parents care about, and go, nah, fuck him. I'll throw it in the house if I want. Fuck you, mum. Who are you to tell me not to knock Granddad's photo off the fucking wall? I'm a steak-eating vegan, though. Yeah. Yeah. No, here's what I didn't climb to the top of the food chain to become a vegan. I don't see a problem with vegetarians. I really don't see a problem in vegans either, really. The only thing is, I don't have a problem with what anybody puts in their own body. That's not the issue. It's the preachiness of it. That's the only part I don't like. Um, and I've met more vegetarians that are less preachy than I've met vegans that are less preachy. So over the who's the less preachy one, vegetarians get the win there. They're less preachy. No, I'm not one of those people that give a shit what anybody puts into their own body. I say to myself, hey, as long as they're not telling me off for what I'm putting in my body, I'm not going to comment about what they're putting in theirs. I don't give a shit. A big thing that I do hate is when people automatically go, so you eat meat? Yeah. Oh, fucking hell. Eat a vegetable once in a while then. What? I eat vegetables. Normally whenever I'm eating meat, I eat vegetables. You've got to have fibre. That's a balanced, healthy... What? The idea that some people go that you eat meat and therefore you don't eat any vegetables at all is stupid. I mean, I know there are probably people out there that don't really eat too many vegetables and stuff like that, but I love fruits. I love vegetables. I don't have a problem with them at all. I eat steak with a side of steak. Like right now, I'm drinking, I could be drinking coffee, but right now I'm drinking pineapple juice instead. I love me pineapple juice. I still have my pineapple glass around somewhere too, which is a glass that's shaped like a pineapple. I used to do my streams and I used to say real men drink from pineapples. I don't know why. I might start bringing that phrase back. Real men drink from pineapples. Well, I am going to call it there. I'm going to jump off because it is 1:48 and all this talk about kangaroo and emu and crocodiles and didgeridoos and all that sort of stuff is making me hungry. So, you know, I'm going to jump off. Grab myself something to eat. Big shout out to everyone that came in. Vinny, Jimmy, Jacob, Ray, Slim, Criminal, and the wonderful and lovely Topeka. Anybody else that might have been lurking in the background there, shout out to you. What is a didgeridoo, actually? A didgeridoo is a musical instrument. A didgeridoo is a musical instrument, and it sounds like this. It goes... It's got that type of sound to it. I'm not doing it justice because I can't play didgeridoo. But yeah, it's a musical instrument. If you see in Australia, there was this guy in England trying to teach people how to play didgeridoo because he was going to teach them how to sleep better, not snore. But the thing is, he was getting the wife to do it as well, and it was like, oh no. Traditionally, no, women aren't allowed to play didgeridoo. They got to play a plastic one or a synthetic one, and that's only recent years. It was a male thing, and people can sit there and say, oh, but that's sexist. No, shut the fuck up. If you're going to go on about culture and have a fucking attitude about fucking people's culture and shit like that, shut the fuck up. Anybody out there who wants to say it's sexist, shut the fuck up. All right? The Aboriginal women don't have a problem not playing it. Only the men play it. It's a cultural thing. All right? Just like only women give birth. It's a cultural thing. But yeah, it's a musical instrument. Big shout out to everyone that came through, and I'll catch you all later on. I'm out in the dot and dust. See ya.